Very good evening to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon if you're in the other part of the world. And thank you, Runa, for the introduction. And kudos to the others who already spoke. I'm already excited to be amidst of you people. Now, enough of speaking about me. I would like to quickly show a slide that I generally show to anybody who asks me, "What do you really do in your?" Can sharing be enabled to me? I would like to show one slide. Hey, great, thank you. So I'm going to share this. Can you see? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can. Beautiful.
Just look at the screen. The left-hand side of the screen is purely a loss frame, and you see a poor man, who is aspiring to move from level 1 to level 2, and the level 2 is, unfortunately, it's at the peak of the mountain, and he has to hold the red flag, and he's just wanting to move in the path, and then he's confused because it's dark, it's woody. So much of confusing signboards, and he doesn't know how to go there. Many organizations, learning and development avenues are like this. They simply say, or if you are trying to say that, hey, you know what, we have this vendor, we have this external certification, we have so much of classroom training program, we have this, okay, fine, you have so much of things. What should I take if I have to move from level 1 to level 2? Just speak to me. So that is what a learner needs. A learner is very hungry. He doesn't want to spend so much of time because he's already aversive to learning. At least for the sake of moving to the level 2, he has to learn. That's so practical. So if the learning path is like the gain frame that you see in the right hand side, you actually say, if you have to move to level 2 in your career, you need to have 5 skills. And how can you accrue those 5 skills? Take up courses like, okay, if you take 1 to 3 courses, that may help you to gain skill 1. If you take course from 9 to 10, that may help you gain skill 4. And if you take up all these courses, and if you think that you have all these skills, it is very easy for you to climb up. And all the loads are the entire path is lit up. So he's not going to be confused, and people are going to really handhold. Who is going to handhold? It is you, the learning and development person, the HR person, who is going to handhold. So if your learning and development provision is made simple like this, then it's going to be a success. Very simple. And so what could be the underlying fabric of this entire structure, this clean learning path? Have a clear vision. What are you really going to focus this particular year? And how are we going to actually meet those vision? What is the real mission? The feasible mission. Ultimately, we all speak about the SMART goals. And please, let's ensure that we have this SMART methodology to ensure that we meet those objectives. And I would also like to share another slide quickly. So what could be those modern learning trends? I've just given it all in one single slide. Provide e-learning platform. Probably people would love to learn in an e-learning way. Or somebody would say, hey, no, not just e-learning. I would like to, taste every food because I love buffets. Okay, so I'll give you a blended learning solution. Take a little bit of classroom, do a little bit of book reading, do a little bit of classroom, do a little bit of virtual classroom, do a little bit of book reading. So yes, blended learning solution, okay. And help them with the monthly calendar programs, which people might be interested to do with, and also mention the roles against which the course may help. That way, the role-based learning is the basic strategy that may help. And action learning methodology, it's a big concept. I'm not going to speak much about it. And have some self-learning initiatives that any learner can just pick up on his own pace and speak. And have this coaching and mentoring as avenues as well. And KTV, this is how I call the initiative in my organization, because I always believe that videos processes human brain 60,000 times than it does text. So a little bit of video learning, yes. Multiple skilling, ensure that you're not very selfish to make your people learned. Please ensure that you also fulfill their aspirations, fulfill their dreams, so that you future-proof their career, even if they go out of your organization. Have a pool of trainers so that you can have a club within the organization, which can also act as a cost-saving methodology. So we call an Equinity as Equinity Knowledge Club. Social learning, of course, a classic example of social learning is what Runa Mitra and InnoServe does. We are all social learning. We are learning from each other. So social learning, have communities, have some like-minded people gather in the community, share their knowledge. It could act as an informal learning way. Language, when it comes to India, language, is a challenge. So how are you actually going to help them with their English enablement? And books, do a little bit of book campaigns and ensure that you also do performance consulting programs so that you actually arrive at the outcome of the key programs that you do, so that you actually make the sponsors happy. And beyond all of this, ensure that you incentivize the learners with some nice learning and development awards. So one award can actually help most of you. One rolling trophy learning and development award to the departments. If you have certain parameters drawn to the rolling trophy award, then ensure that or encourage your business units to see if they are able to meet the parameters, and then the trophy keeps moving from department to department, and you create a healthy learning culture. And all of this, not just for the sake of doing, please ensure that you do this need-based learning curriculum and it is oriented. And all of these are oriented towards the need. And ensure that you also assess, measure, and evaluate on a time-to-time basis. That's all I want to say.